Sky Lounge Pod. Welcome back to another episode of the Sky Lounge Podcast, a space for lifelong learners. We talk everything life, leadership, business, communication, anything in that realm, specifically through the Jamaican context. I'm excited for today's episode. Listen, this has been brewing for over 1 year, and we're finally here. I love to say this is an episode for the books, but this one is really a treat that we're super excited to share with you guys. My guest today is a trailblazer, an innovator. He is a visionary. He's a pioneer. He's an industry leader. He's a co-founder and CEO of EduFocal, and to the best of my knowledge, he is one of the youngest, if not the youngest CEO to bring a company public in Jamaica, both locally and regionally. My guest today is Gordon Swaby, everybody, from EduFocal. Make some noise for Gordon Swaby. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Gordon, how you doing, man?
I'm great.
Let's go.
I'm great, man. I'm blessed.
Yes.
More than blessed.
Fantastic,
I'm
bro.
blessed, man.
Fantastic. Like I said a while ago, we have been talking about getting this episode off the ground and locking it in for over a year now, bro. And we are finally...
a year and 4 months?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. And we are finally here. Finally here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Timmy. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be in your space, your presence. I'm also a big fan of your work.
Really?
Seriously?
Me?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think one of the first times we met was at Devon House when yourself and your wife had a space, or even if it was a temporary pop-up. Yeah. It was alongside Christina. Simmons.
Yeah, man.
And just really, quietly admiring your work, seeing that you're a family man.
Yes.
Just seeing where you are now, seeing yourself. And I mean, I'm in business. I obviously understand how hard it is.
Yes, sir.
Right? I remember. Again, we're getting this going, but I'm talking about you and just the amount of respect I have for you and what you've created. I remember when you had just opened and you were closing a lot, and I'm like, yo, what's going on with Timmy? Like, why the man always closing the business? It can't be demand, because demand. I see everybody following this thing religiously. What's going on? And then I remember one day you pulled, because I was gonna reach out to you about it. I'm like, bro, what's going on? But then I realized that you basically said that you prioritize the catering part of your business, and you have commitments that you've made from before, and you're going to prioritize that over the actual space, because there's only one Timmy and the staff and so on and so forth. So anyway, but yeah, man, no, I've been following you for a while, man, and
oh gosh,
it's really really cool,
honored as well, bro. Mama, we made it. Gordon Swaby on the podcast, man. Big me up a while.
This is hard. This is hard. It's very hard,
bro. And I mean, what I'd say to that is thank you. It's not just Timmy, it's Timmy and Carissa and our entire PA team. Teamwork makes a dream work, which I'm sure you know all about, bro.
Absolutely.
But let's get into it. Let's talk to me. People hear the name Gordon Swaby. They know that you are the Twitter boss. They know that you are the EduFocal boss. They know that you took your company public, listed on the stock exchange. You achieved the dream. But before we get into all of that, tell us a little bit about Gordon Swaby. Who is Gordon Swaby? Where him come from? What him like do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I'm from Cristiano, Manchester. Yeah, man, country boy. I was in Cristiano up to yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, man. So I'm not like, some people say they're from somewhere, but they're not really from that place.
Right.
I'm from Cristiano.
Okay.
I grew up in Cristiano. I went to Sacred Hearts Academy. It's a Catholic prep school. And then I went to Knox. I didn't pass my GSAT for Knox, by the way. It's a crazy story. And that bothered me for a long time.
So but you transferred to Knox?
They transferred me to Knox. My parents transferred me to Knox. Didn't stay at Knox.
Didn't stay at Knox?
No. Was struggling at Knox. Ended up at Homewood Technical High School.
Okay.
Then I moved to Kingston for UTech, which I kind of got into accidentally. I didn't stay at UTech either. I didn't finish UTech, so I actually don't have a degree. And yeah, that's kind of educational background-ish. I was studying computer science at UTech, which is a super hard degree, by the way. And started EduFocal while I was at UTech. I'd say one of the things I've always been is I've always known what I wanted to do. Even if I wasn't very specific at the time, But I feel like once you have a general direction that you want to take your life in, everything else will start to come together in the sense that it doesn't happen on its own. But what you have or what you create is fixity of purpose, right? So once you have a general idea of where you want to go, you'll see along the way the things that match that vision, and it becomes more specific, right? That's where in some way, the SMART acronym comes from: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. You know, a lot of people think you need to start out with that acronym, but that can be hard, especially when you're young and there's so many moving parts. You're still trying to discover, learn about yourself. But I know I've always loved technology. I've always loved learning. I've always loved entrepreneurship. And where I am today is just a combination of all of those things together.
That makes so much sense.
So yeah, that's kind of
very cool.
Very high level background about me.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. I want to kind of pick up what you said about accidentally getting into EduTech.
Yeah.
Just explain that for me.
So I don't even think I've spoken about this publicly before. I was given an unconditional acceptance for the computer science program.
Okay.
It turns out that because I didn't have math, it's the only thing I didn't have to get in.
Got you.
Still don't have math, by the way.
You're giving hope to so many people right now.
So I didn't have math, and they gave me an unconditional acceptance. Turns out that it wasn't supposed to be unconditional or conditional. It turns out that I wasn't supposed to be accepted.
Wow.
Long story short, we met with them, my father and I, and my father has always been a big champion of mine.
Yeah.
Big up, Pops.
Big up, Pops.
Love you.
Yeah.
You know, they eventually accepted me.
Okay.
And I had a great time at EduTech.
Okay.
But what eventually happened is that I started EduFocal while I was there.
Mm-hmm.
I started EduFocal at the Technology Innovation Center, which is an incubator for companies on UTech's campus.
Gotcha.
So I had a small space, just day in, day out, trying to get this thing, this project, as people called it back then.
Yeah.
This project started. And that project became a company, and here we are today.
Wow.
There's a lot obviously in between that, but yeah, that's kind of the story.
Okay.
But I have a lot of love in my heart for UTech and how that shaped me.
Of course.
And everything is divine. Everything has happened in the way that it should. And I do hope that all that I've done and all that I continue to do can serve as a form of inspiration for others.
Yeah, man.
Any struggle that you have, it's not insurmountable, and this is me talking while still going through some challenges.
Of course.
And I've never wanted to paint a picture of perfection of my life.
Wow.
And if I've given that impression, I'm sorry. I don't have a perfect life.
Yeah.
I don't have a perfect company. I don't have a perfect marriage. And I'm not a perfect father.
Yeah.
Or friend.
Yeah.
So it's trying to get up each day, focusing on the task at hand, and just knocking away at the issues one by one, and just reminding myself that it will all work out.
Love that, bro.
Right?
Love that. You're doing a great job, bro.
Keep
up the good work.
Thank you.
From afar, it's been inspirational, and as I get up close and personal, I'm still inspired, still aspire to achieve something similar to what EduFocal has achieved and what you, Gordon Swaby, have achieved. Keep up the great work, bro. You mentioned you are a husband and a father. I'm curious, how long you been married, and how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids, Alexander John Lloyd Swaby and Ava Olivia Grace
Love
Swaby.
That. 2 strong names.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Alex is 4. And Ava is going 2.
Okay.
But he's going 5. They're both. Alex is 5 in August and Ava is 2 in August.
Oh, wow. 2 August babies.
So Alex is August 12. And Ava is August 18.
Mercy. Book ups?
Yeah. Boy. Alex was a wedding night baby.
Yes.
For sure we know
so
that for a fact.
The wedding. Okay.
Yeah, man. And Ava was no, definitely wasn't buck up. So we want, listen. You really have to believe in God,
Yeah.
Timmy. And as a youngster, I would say that I was at some point in my life agnostic.
Okay.
And then I became an atheist briefly. And for me, I'm the kind of person I will dedicate myself to something, right?
Okay.
So I dedicated myself to not believing.
Okay.
Read all the books. There's one that stood out in my head. God is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens.
Okay.
Been there, done that, but I can sit here today
and
testify. I can tell you that God is real.
Let's go.
And believing in God here and now as a millennial is not intellectually sexy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of millennials will tell you, oh, that's not, God is not real and this and that, and you know, Christianity is a waste of time. But I'm telling you that that's not the case.
Wow.
You know, and I'm not sure if I'm comfortable acting as an advocate for Christianity. And let me explain what I mean by that.
Sure.
People try to advocate and to convince me, but that never worked.
Okay.
I had to discover Christ on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And still discovering.
Yeah.
Right? And if it is meant to be, it will be.
Yeah.
And if you're meant to be called in a particular way, you'll be called.
Yeah.
And if you feel like you want to disobey, then well.
Yeah.
You know,
get you, bro. Wow.
Whatever reach you.
Yeah,
just say go.
For sure.
You know,
for sure. Bro, I love that because it's one thing to be quote unquote born in it. It's another thing to have searched, to have been successful, to achieve all that you've achieved, and then to turn around and say publicly, yeah, God is real.
No, man, for sure.
And I believe in God.
For sure. And I grew up in a Christian family. I grew up in the Anglican church.
Yeah.
Right now, my home church is Transform Life Church.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
TLC.
Yeah, man. TLC.
Mm-hmm.
But I grew up Anglican. Was a confirmed member of the. I mean, I'm still a part of the Anglican denomination. And my parents are Anglicans.
Okay.
So I still go to the Anglican church sometimes, but ultimately my home church is TLC.
Love that.
But yeah, I've been there, done that, man.
Pretty cool.
Listen, I remember one time. I was maybe 14. I used to do some crazy stuff. Right? Still do crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff in the country.
Yeah, but so I was discovering Photoshop.
Okay.
And I'll never forget, I took a picture in front of a white wall with my hands outstretched like Jesus on the cross crucified, right?
Okay.
Use the lasso tool in Photoshop and cut myself out and put myself on the cross.
Oh my God.
And posted it online, right? That's the kind of stuff I used to do.
That's crazy.
So for me to be sitting here, by the way, no one saying to you, I'm a Christian and I believe in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. It's not like a joke.
Yeah,
it's
serious.
It's a serious thing.
Yeah,
and I mean, looking at me online, you'd never think that I'm a Christian because I don't go around testifying and quote. It's just, that's not me.
Yeah.
But I will talk to you about my own journey, where I am now, and how I've gotten there.
I love that, bro.
So
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Fantastic, man.
Actually, I think it's my first time talking about that publicly too. So, I mean, it's not hidden that I'm a Christian.
But publicly on a space like this, bro, we're so honored, bro. We low key getting the exclusive, All right, so talk to me, bro. We as Jamaicans, we've been in a very, what you call that now, investor rich country where, people are talking about IPOs all the time and just seeing the success of the business. We went through a time in Jamaica where, every minute was an IPO. And so IPO was hot, EduFocal was hot. People knew about EduFocal, people knew Gordon Swaby. And I would look on at that and say, the goal was achieved, the dream was achieved. Right? Before I even go there, because I kind of want you just, for those who live on the rock and don't know about EduFocal, can you just tell us a little bit about the EduFocal journey up to going public?
Yeah. So first, the name.
Yes.
EduFocal. I used to live on Richings Avenue, which is up the road from here.
Okay. And
the name of the complex that I lived in was Focal Point.
Right.
And I was trying to come up with a name for the business, the company at the time. Couldn't come up with a name.
Mm-hmm.
And my mother came by one day and said, why not call it Focal Edu? No, what about EduFocal?
Gotcha.
And that's how the name came about, right? Obviously, it's education. Education is the main focus, hence EduFocal.
Yeah.
But we have diversified. We started out focused on test prep for GSAT students. I know you're young, Timmy, so you did PEP.
I did GSAT.
I'm troubling you.
Yes.
No, I did GSAT too. But no, seriously, I did PEP though. Anyway, on a serious note. So,
man.
We started out in test prep for GSAT students, and for the older folks, that would have been common entrance. So it's common entrance, GSAT, and no PEP.
Yeah, who
right?
knows what it will be next
and depending
year.
on what you did, you can know how old you are.
Of
right?
course.
So we started out gamifying test prep for students, and that took off big time, right? It was just really popular. And that's what we made our name in. We got a lot of traction, corporate traction, schools, government. Really love what we're offering. And over the years, we've diversified into other things like corporate learning. And when I say corporate learning, I mean, if you think about it, and here's my philosophy. If you think about it, you're actually always learning.
Yeah.
You're learning formally while you're in school. Depending on where you work, you're either informally trained.
Yeah.
They'll just pair you with somebody else and you learn the runnings of the organization. Or in other larger organizations, there's an actual L&D, Learning and Development Department, where you are taken through the rigor of the company culture and so on and so forth. So there's a formal way for you to learn.
Right.
So we work with organizations that either informally have a learning and development department, which generally falls under HR, or organizations that actually have a formal setup, right?
Very cool.
And so we have a bunch of clients. Some of them, Supreme Ventures is one big one. We work with the Bank of Jamaica, a bunch of companies that we work with. And we're honored to have worked with some of the biggest names you can imagine. We don't talk about it enough, but so we're still known for that. We're still known for PEP.
Yeah. Okay.
But we do much more than that. And in fact, in recent time, we started talking about our, changing our image to not just be an education technology company, but being a technology company that does education technology.
Let's go.
Educational technology is one of the things that we do, but we do other things. And I'll talk more in the future, not here today, about some of the specific things and projects that we're working on in the technology space.
Okay.
But ultimately what we want to do is to ensure that human beings can position themselves to do their best work.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm a big fan of productivity. And when people say productivity, they say it in a very abstract way. But there are tools that exist that people know about, that they know if they use these tools, they'll be far more efficient at their work, and they don't use them. Not because they're against it, because a lot of times it's a mindset thing.
Gotcha.
So some people will say to you, boy, I wish my job was easier. And somebody presents something to them about, around how their jobs could be easy, and they just don't. It's not because they're stupid or whatever, but it's a mindset thing. But you can change people's mindset.
Yeah.
There's a scientific way around how those things are done. Yeah. So those are the things that get me excited around how to kind of hack the brain. How to make people see the value in something, Because anybody can create tools now. Anybody can create any technological tool or whatever. But getting people to change management, that kind of stuff is
that's huge.
It's huge. It's a great opportunity. It's an art. And in a country like Jamaica where you have low productivity, it's a huge opportunity.
Huge.
And for me, that's a mission. Yes, it is a capitalist endeavor, but outside of creating shareholder value and making a lot of money from it, you're also helping the country to progress in a tangible way by increasing the productivity of the workforce.
That's huge impact.
Right? So for me, that I'd say that is my life's mission. And that does not just encompass directly education technology. It also involves other tools and ways of helping people to be their best selves. So I hope I kind of explain the genesis, and because I could talk about EduFocal itself for an hour.
Yeah.
But just kind of give you an idea of the genesis. So,
awesome, bro. Awesome. Yeah. And so how old is EduFocal now?
So we launched March 15, 2012, right? And I worked on it for a year prior to that.
Okay.
And then so we're 14 years old.
Yeah.
So we launched March 15, 2012. We listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange March 15, 2022.
Wow.
10 years later. 10 years to the day.
Amazing.
10 years to the day. So I think we're 14 years old next year. And
huge.
High highs, low lows, man.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
And coming out of the low lows right now.
Cool. So let's talk some more stuff post IPO, post listing. That must have been a high, bro. That must have been absolutely amazing. Attaining the goal. I don't know how long that was your goal for, but I mean, for me,
it was my goal from day one, and I said that publicly, actually. You can find articles online with me talking about, at 21 years old, talking about listing EduFocal. And I remember some people played it off. I said something to you earlier. if people don't take you seriously, you'll know, by the way. Just in terms of how they communicate. You know, so they can be patronizing, and sometimes it's not deliberate, by the way.
Yeah, man.
You know, so, they'll tap you on your shoulder and say, you know, so how's your little project? How's your little project coming along? It's not my little project. It's an actual registered company, even if it's just me alone in it.
Yes.
It's a company.
Yeah, man.
But, you know, there was a time when I talk about listing EduFocal and I knew that I wasn't being taken serious, but that's fine because I knew what I wanted to accomplish.
Amazing.
It's, you know, the signal to noise ratio kind of a setup where everything else that is not helping you or moving you towards your goal is noise.
Yeah.
And the things that are helping you to move towards your goal is signal. Like that's what you should focus on every day. Because if you're going to lock in to the wrong thing, here people say lock in.
Yeah.
If you lock into the wrong thing, it's a problem.
Yeah,
you have to lock into the right thing.
You can't just lock in.
You have to lock into the right thing, man. That's super important.
Love that, bro. Love that.
Yeah, we're 14 years old and I've never had a job outside of EduFocal in my entire life.
Amazing.
Right? I don't even know if that's amazing, you know. It's just it just kind of worked out that way.
That's huge. I mean, it's like, bro, I feel like you're such a phenom, bro.
Have you ever had a job outside of?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have. So before going into full-time Pink Apron, upon leaving school, I proposed to my wife the same year I left school.
Okay.
And my father-in-law, you know, congratulated me, celebrated me, and then in the very same breath, switch gears and was like, so how are you going to take care of my daughter? And so immediately I had to go find a job. So I actually worked at Boss Furniture for a year in marketing and sales. That's my background, marketing. So big up Boss Furniture.
That makes sense.
First job.
No, let me tell you why that makes sense.
Let me know.
I think you have a natural eye for marketing.
I appreciate it.
So I've
bro.
seen some of the campaigns out of Pink Apron. I love it.
Yeah,
right?
respect, bro. Respect.
You know,
yeah,
but,
man. And again, we have an amazing team that, you know, just propels everything that we come up with. They work together with us closely. So, yeah man, definitely.
And you're saying the right things. It's important to big up your team. You know?
Always,
that's,
bro.
no,
always.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, bro. So, that was my first job out of college, marketing and sales. So I do Boss Furniture by day, Pink Apron by night. And then 1 year to the day, basically, we made that switch because my wife was full-time in Pink Apron and I was back and forth.
How old are you now, sorry?
31.
Okay.
31. How old are you?
34, 35 soon. 35 in November. So I'm a little older than you.
Yeah, bro.
You know, but yeah.
I mean, bro.
No, I asked you age because if you think about what you were doing, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of effort and time, you know.
100%.
But it probably didn't feel like a lot of effort and time to you at the time because you were so passionate, still passionate about Pink Apron.
Yeah, bro.
But if you really sit down and meds it,
yeah, man.
It's a whole heap of work, you know.
100%,
and your industry
bro.
in particular.
Oh God, labor
it's physical
bro.
labor.
Oh, for sure, bro. Minimum 20,000 steps a day, bro.
Jesus,
a day. Oh, yeah, man, bro. So yeah. All right, back to you now. So you said that was a goal from day one.
From day one,
absolutely amazing. So you attained that goal. Talk to me about life after the IPO. How was that for you, bro?
Jet setting, braffing.
Yeah, richest you've ever been.
Yeah, I remember somebody messaging me after we did the listing and say, "Yo, congrats on being a billionaire, Jamaica's youngest billionaires."
Oh my god!
Yeah, man, I was 31. I mean, obviously on paper, but still,
yeah,
that has physical manifestation.
That's huge,
right?
Bro. Yeah.
I'm obviously no longer a billionaire, nowhere close. But you know, there's so many lessons there.
Yeah,
so many lessons there.
Talk to me about that.
You know, after working, you know, so yes, we listed 10 years to the day.
Mm-hmm.
After working so long, over a decade.
Yeah.
You know, it was a decade up to the day of listing.
I know.
But you know, like a decade and a day after, it was immensely gratifying.
Yeah.
It felt like great validation. We were on a high. It's just amazing, man. And you know, when we listed, I was already married.
Mm-hmm.
I got married in November 2019, and I would have already had my son, my first child. And you know, thinking back on it, Timmy, I wasn't as present as I could have been.
Mm-hmm.
So while the money side was great and company was doing well, I wasn't as happy. And it's a serious thing. I'm not just saying like a cliche thing.
Yeah.
Yes, the money was great and all that success was good. But my home was not in a place where it should have been.
Wow.
I was not as present as I could have been and should have been for my wife and and for my child. That's number one. Number two, money became my God. Seriously. And I didn't grow up poor.
Yeah.
But I've never had that much money before.
Of course. And you're what, 31?
I was 31.
Yeah.
So you read all of the books, right? You know, everybody, if you're well informed, you're well informed. You read all of those books, you know what you're supposed to do, what you're, you know.
Of course.
But you see, actually being in a situation, you forget everything. You forget all of the money rules. You know, you just forget, right? And on a serious note, I sit here and I reflect on that time.
Yeah.
When things became financially hard for me, when things became financially hard for EduFocal, it was the happiest I was.
Are we talking post IPO?
Post IPO.
Things became financially hard.
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely, yeah, man.
And for EduFocal?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
What?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's public knowledge. You know, if you look at the financials, we have been going through it. The stock price was a high of $4, close to $4 when we listed. You know, and we're suspended now as I speak to you. I don't know when this episode will come out. But we're suspended because our financials are late. And you know, it's just been a lot of issues, man. Just genuinely so many issues. And I've poured my heart and my soul into EduFocal. I am still EduFocal's single largest shareholder. So I am just as invested in EduFocal's success as anybody else because my personal wealth is tied to it, tied to the stock price. But yeah, you know, when I said to you high highs and low lows, it's a serious thing. And if you tie your identity, if your identity is attached to your money and your quote unquote success, then you will always be a failure. And what I mean by that is things will ebb and flow. You know? You look at NCB, for example. NCB is a great company. Big up Michael Leachin. NCB dropped today to under $40 per share. There was a time when NCB was over $200 and something.
Crazy. Ebb and flow.
You get what I'm saying? So, you know, there was a time when, so interesting, Apple was seen as the best company on earth. And Apple has been falling behind in the AI game. Tim Cook is not as shiny as he used to be. If you tie your identity, if you tie your identity around money and success, you will always be a failure. And that's what I mean. It has to be more than that. Yes, those things are important. And I've learned that over the last 3.5 years.
Whoa.
Right? So yes, listing is important. It was important. It was important to get to the financial milestone. I remember when, and this was before listing, I remember when EduFocal moved from 10 million in revenue to 20 million to 100 million. The 20 million to 100 million jump happened like a year and a half after or so after we listed or something to that effect. So when we were listing, I think we were in like the $30 million range in revenue. When, you know, like a year after, we were over $100 million. So it felt like overnight success, but it obviously wasn't. And many times you can prepare for success. It comes and you're not prepared.
Still not prepared.
You're still not prepared. It's more of a mental game than it is anything else, man. You know, it wasn't a skill set issue. It was just you're in it. And of course, there are external things that happened. You know, so we benefited from COVID. But then, you know, you had things like the war in Ukraine. And then interest rates started to go up. Right? I remember when that was theoretical for me, like, oh, interest rates going up, whatever. Until money started dry up. You can't access credit. Receivables take long to come in. You can't pay people.
Oh my gosh.
Those are real issues. Bread and butter issues for people. You can't pay your suppliers. You can't, you think about Pink Apron. If you can't pay your suppliers, you're not getting goods. If you can't get goods, you can't sell. If you can't sell, you can't pay your employees.
Stuck.
All of a sudden.
If something stuck, everything affected.
So, I mean.
Wow.
That's some insight into you know how difficult things got. I mean, very, very difficult, man. You know. But I would say I'm better off for it. I'm a better leader for it. And I am coming out of a tough period. Knock on wood. And I'm looking forward to being on the other side and really sharing more about how to avoid the mistakes that I've made. Because yes, you can read all of the books. But when you can hear it from somebody who looks like you, who sounds like you, it's relatable. And it is constantly being repeated, it makes a difference.
So I love that you brought that up, bro. Because as you say, you look like me, you sound like me, you're from the country and you've achieved what I would call greatness, right? And you've been on both sides of it. Tips for, I guess, how to achieve it and tips for what not to do. Any thoughts come to mind? I'm sure many.
So, tips on how to achieve it.
Yeah.
And let me first define it.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaicans, a lot of people talk about, well, I'd say Jamaicans, I'm being very specific.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaicans will say, oh, I don't want to be rich. I just want to be comfortable.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Right?
Yeah, man.
And then when you ask them, so what does comfortable mean? When you interrogate a little bit into that, what does comfortable mean for you? Say, oh, I just want to be able to travel like 5 times a year. I just want to be able to own a house in Kingston.
Yeah.
I want to be able to go to Pink Apron maybe 2 to 3 times a week.
Every day.
Every day.
Yeah, man.
I just want to have, just 2 cars. 2 cars.
Yeah.
Right? I want to be able to send my kids to AISK, to JC. I want to enroll them in swimming.
Yes.
And then they're going on and on and on, right? Then you say, but that's rich.
Yeah, man.
Because if you think about our ancestors, and I'm not talking about slavery ancestors, I'm talking about like 2 generations ago.
Yeah, man.
Poverty, right, was walking to school barefoot every day.
Yep.
Not being able to afford shoes for like the duration of your time at school, right? Not having electricity at home, right? This wasn't 100 years ago. That kind of living, and obviously still happens to this day.
Yeah, man.
But poverty in Jamaica is not as widespread as it was 50 years ago.
True.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
I hope that's not a political remark to make. I'm just speaking facts.
No, we're just
right?
talking straight. Yeah, man.
So Jamaicans are factually, statistically better off now than they were 50 years ago.
100%.
Right? Good. So that was poverty.
Yeah. If
you are earning, your average person globally survives on less than $5 a day.
Really?
That's what the average person, right? Now, the lifestyle that I just described to you that a lot of people want is a rich lifestyle. But they see wealth as Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Or Michael Lee Chin.
Yeah, man.
But that's like outlier wealth.
Astronomical.
Right?
Yeah.
So if you can take trips to multiple countries or the same country outside of Jamaica multiple times per year, you're considered more than middle class. You're considered fairly wealthy.
Wow.
So firstly, I think our relationship with money is weird. And my father says this thing to me all the time. Money doesn't like noise. Money likes order.
Likes order. Okay.
Right? It doesn't like chaos.
Okay.
And it is important to have a healthy relationship with money.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to have conversations about money.
Yeah.
Don't be afraid to watch all of the videos that you can about understanding money. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not an evil thing. The Bible actually did not say that money is a bad thing.
No.
I think people don't read the full quote.
Yeah.
And I don't have the full quote in my head, but the full quote is actually different.
Yeah, man.
There's context there.
Yeah, man.
Right? So, the relationship with money has to be, you have to change your relationship with money.
Yeah, bro.
It can't be a toxic relationship. And it's not a one-off thing. It is a continuous thing. Yeah, it's like marriage.
Yep.
Right? After a while, it's not just love. You make a decision to stay married.
100%.
Number 2, do not be distracted by the shiny objects that come your way. A lot of it is fleeting.
Jeez.
And let me dig a little bit deeper into that.
Please.
When you are focused on a goal, and I'm speaking professionally now, obviously, it is important to do your research to ensure that there's longevity in the industry that you're focused on. So I did research on my industry. Education will always be a thing. Even when robots take over,
still need it.
You still need education.
Yeah, man.
Right? So people will always need to learn.
Yeah.
People will always need to upskill themselves. Right? Organizations will always want to be able to make more money.
Yeah.
So those things are going to be around forever.
Yep.
So I've kind of focused on a particular industry. So you want to ensure that whatever you're investing in whatever industry you choose, invest in it. Right? Learn as much as you can, talk to as many experts as you can. If you can't travel and go to conferences, go online. YouTube is a university. There's so much value there. And it is always easier to do bad things than it is to do good things. And I'm not talking about that from a religious perspective.
Right.
It's always easier to eat junk food. It's always easier to lie on your back at home, mindlessly scrolling, than it is to actually sit and do a course or two.
Yeah, man.
That's always hard.
Yeah, man.
So I'd say that's the last one.
Yeah, bro.
You know, and that's very, so that's for the good things.
Yeah,
things that you shouldn't do. I mean, I think I've already covered that in some form and fashion. You know, it's kind of like the inverse or the opposite of the things that I've said. You know, you know, seconds turn into minutes, minutes turn into hours, hours turn into days. Before you know it, you're 50 or 60 years old.
Yep.
And you feel like you've not accomplished anything.
Yep.
That feeling did not happen overnight. Right? It compounded. You just ignored what you were supposed to do.
Yeah, bro.
So I try not to waste my time.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to give you the impression that I'm perfect. I mindlessly scroll TikTok too.
Yeah, man.
I mindlessly scroll Twitter. I waste time. I just try not to do it as often as, you know. So for me, again, I am not perfect and I don't want to give this image of perfection.
Yeah.
Right? I doubt myself like everybody else. You know? Absolutely, man. You know, yeah, man. I feel remorse. I feel regret. You know, I sometimes wonder if I made the right decisions, like any other human being, right? You know, yeah. Yeah.
That's real, bro. That's real. I really appreciate the vulnerability, the honesty. Talk to me. What is your least favorite thing about being CEO? What's your least favorite thing? Oh gosh.
So I'm the youngest CEO on the Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Let's go.
Yeah. I'm 34. Still.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you still were.
Yeah, man.
Okay. That's huge.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure.
That's
a lot of pressure, man.
Whoa. That's huge.
Yeah. So my least favorite thing about being CEO is managing expectations.
Yeah.
Because I have to manage the expectations of various stakeholders. My staff, my shareholder. We have over 2,000 shareholders.
My gosh.
I run into shareholders almost daily.
Oh God.
You know, so like there's always a sinking feeling in my stomach when I run into a shareholder and I'm saying, yo, you're Gordon Swaby, CEO EduFocal, right?
Yeah.
Say, yeah, man. So I'm like, all right, I know what's coming next. You know, somebody buy the stock down, it drop. And I'm like, but that doesn't always happen. Yeah. So the other day I ran into a gentleman at a wedding.
Yeah. Oh God.
Same thing happened, right?
At a wedding.
Yeah, man. But he said, you know, something like whoop money off I start. I'm like, yes, thank you. Good. Managing those expectations.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously, I don't think a leeching will experience that as an example, right? I think other listed company CEOs experience that, obviously. But I think it's different if you're a young CEO. It's a different dynamic.
Yep.
And, you know, I traverse some of the same spaces that my shareholders do on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Let me see me in a pink apron.
Yeah,
line.
Yeah, man.
I say, yo, what go on for the stock price, brother?
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, yo, I'm working on it. Just hold on, you know. So managing expectations is super hard. Yeah, and I take those things personally.
Jeez.
I don't like when people lose money.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't like when they lose money. I mean, obviously, I don't control the stock price. You get what I'm saying? But at the same, you know, in a lot of ways, the decisions that I make as CEO can impact the company positive or negative, which can then in turn potentially impact the share price.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've made it a rule of mine to not tell people to buy or sell, and I can actually go to jail for that. But you know, I said to people, listen, you're making your decision. I'm not telling you to buy or sell. Like, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I will always talk about what we're doing.
Yeah.
And as is my responsibility as CEO. But that's for me the biggest one.
Got you.
You know, that everything else for me is I can figure it out.
Got you.
But that is hard.
Yeah. I feel that, bro. All right. So talk to me now. This is me personally seeking advice. Your father, your husband, you are a CEO. You've acknowledged that in the past you could have been more present at home, and in the same breath, on the high highs, there are almost low lows at home due to, you know, focus. How do you, understanding that dynamic, now find a rhythm / balance? I don't know if balance is really achievable, but you know, how do you find time, or how do you make it work? Being a CEO, being a father, being a husband. What does that dynamic look like for you?
Well, firstly, man, I would say you're handling it better than me. Number one. Number two, you've been able up to this point to accomplish something that I've not been able to accomplish, which is yourself and your wife, was Caris?
Yeah, Carissa.
You work in the business together. You work in the company together.
Yeah.
I really admire that. That's hard.
You don't work in business with wifey?
No.
What?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
She used to be involved, but not anymore.
It's not for everybody.
And it wasn't from day one either.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I started EduFocal before I met her, but
Yeah.
I know that's hard.
Yeah.
Even if you're not going to admit it.
Yeah, no, it's hard. It's not for everybody.
You know, like one of the challenges I had was, how do you leave work at work?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have a disagreement with her in the business, around the direction of the business, or a particular decision.
Yeah.
Who has the well, I'm going to ask you that question. Who has the final say around a particular decision in the business? And
yeah.
Well, let me answer that part first. I'm curious.
Who has the final say?
Because somebody has to have the final say.
Yeah, for sure. I would say it varies situation to situation. When it comes to every and anything food, I'd say that's 100% Carissa. When it comes to what would I have the final say in? Maybe quote unquote business direction. So like outside of food now, like opportunities to invest in, opportunities for expansion, XYZ. I wouldn't say I quote unquote have the final say, because how I tend to make decisions is I'll go to a space. So I'd talk to a guy like you. I'd say, yo, Gordon, what do you think about this? PJ, what do you think about this? Risa, I spoke to PJ, I spoke to Gordon. This is what I'm thinking. I'm praying. This is what I think. What do you think? And then kind of make decisions on that type of basis. But at the end of the day, if I'm being 100% truthful, I came into this business because of her. So it's not like I started Pink Apron. So yes, I am an owner of Pink Apron, and Pink Apron is mine as it is hers. But at the end of the day, me personally, I kind of take the mindset that really and truly this is Resource Company and that I'm a part of and get to build. And so I, as best as I can, wherever it is that, I say that, yo, this is 100% your decision. I actually call her or leader, like really and truly. So I acquiesce to her much as I can.
Yeah, so for me, one of the challenges I had was, I guess it's similar to you, where like my wife came into EduFocal because I started it before I met her, and I obviously have so much love and respect for my wife.
Yeah,
big up Kemisha. Great wife, great mother, amazing mother and wife, and but there are things that we would disagree on, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad about things that she was right. Like, well, she'd be right.
Yeah.
But I disagreed with her at the time. Right? And I'm like,
that happens often.
But there are also times where very rarely, but it does happen.
Yes.
Where I agreed to go in the direction she said, and it turned out, but so those things are very tricky.
Yeah, man.
And can cause resentment on either side. Right? So big up to you. I should be asking you for advice in that regard. But to answer your question specifically, there's no balance. I think it's important to kind of get family involved in that particular thing, that business that you're doing, and you can involve them in decision making.
Yeah.
In the direction of the company, the business, the project, whatever. And for me specifically, I try to manage my weekends well now. So Saturdays and Sundays, I don't want to hear the word EduFocal.
Wow.
Don't want. Let's not talk
Boundaries,
about that today.
bro.
Yeah, man. And for me, my quality of life has improved significantly.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Really?
I don't think about EduFocal on weekends.
Really?
In the week though,
it's
not even 9 to 5. It's
just
sometimes I'm up working at 11. So we'll put the kids to bed at 8:30. We try to get them to bed at 8:30. It doesn't always work out because my son in particular will be up at 11 p.m. Like last night, he went to bed at close to 12 a.m.
Jeez,
we were trying to get him into bed. We were trying to get him to sleep from 8:30.
Oh my God!
Right. So I've gotten used to being tired.
Yeah.
But so after he goes to bed, I might work.
Of course.
Right. I can't remember the last time I've actually sat down to watch a movie, for example.
No way.
Very rare.
What?
Very rare.
Man,
because think about it. My day, I exercise. My days start at about 6.
Okay.
Generally go to bed by about 12 a.m.
Okay.
Exercise for an hour. Then my day starts. By 8 o'clock, the phone starts to ring from various people for various things.
Yeah.
And
Do you go into office or you?
No, I mean I have an office, but I don't go into office. I work from home most of the time. So most of my stuff is remote. So I start to work from about, when I say work, I mean like not even non-EduFocal work for me is just work.
Yeah.
I consider working out work. Right? Kids go to bed by about 8:30. Sometimes my day will end at 8:30 if I fall asleep, and that's it.
Yeah.
Because I actually prepare for bed. I do the whole routine, brush my teeth, whatever, shower, whatever. But other times it may continue depending on the severity of the day and the tasks that I need to get done. And that's 5 days a week.
Wow.
On weekends, it's strictly family.
Yeah.
So there's things to do on a Saturday. Yeah. It's church on a Sunday. Before you know it again, it's late on a Sunday. They back at it again on Monday. And that's my life.
Wow.
When am I going to get time to? It's very rare. It's very, and I mean, obviously things have changed significantly since I've had kids. Yeah. And I've had kids now. My son is almost 5. It means I've been a father for almost 5 years.
Yeah, bro.
So that's been my life for 5 years.
Wow.
And now we have 2 of them.
Yeah.
When I hear some people say them have 4 kids. Because I know some millennials with 4 kids,
Yeah, man. It's just like,
4 kids? What do you mean?
How do you get anything done?
No, sir. Yeah. Do that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, bro. But, no, it's rough.
It's rough, man.
Yeah.
But I love it,
Yeah, it's rough but rewarding.
Yeah, listen, man. I mean, I don't. Maybe some people regret being parents. I don't. 100%. I've never had so much. Listen, man. If I don't have the energy, I have the energy.
Yeah.
Because I must succeed.
Yeah.
I must be able to provide for my wife and for my kids.
Yes, sir.
I need no greater motivation.
No greater motivation.
When you see your little son or daughter looking in your eye and saying, "Daddy."
Yeah, man.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Let's be for real.
Yeah. No, yeah, bro. I've never been more motivated. Right? Never.
People, I'd say a lot of millennials, they don't want to be parents because of selfishness.
Yeah.
And maybe that's controversial. And that's fine. I get it, right?
Yeah.
But guess what? It's when you have kids, you don't have a problem. If you have the last $100, you'll give it to your child.
Oh, for sure.
And it doesn't feel like sacrifice.
No.
In fact,
love.
You feel good.
It's love, bro.
No, serious. That's what love is,
Yeah, you good. You're so right.
Serious, man. I'm telling you.
You are so right.
There is nothing I enjoy more, Timmy, than spending time with my 2 kids and my wife.
Oh my god.
We can't explain
bro.
it to you.
I love that, bro. I love that.
Right?
We need more men like this, bro.
Serious, man. We love it.
Fathers and husbands like this. Man. 100%, bro.
And it's not only as fathers, we have a responsibility to shape our children in the right way, to grow them in the right way, because it's not just for us, it's for society.
It's for society, bro.
My children will interact with your child and your children. They will interact with others.
Yep.
And it is a reflection, not always, around how it's a reflection of how we're raising them.
Yep.
It's hard,
Yep.
And sometimes you wonder if you're making the right decisions,
For sure.
Right? That weighs on any responsible parent every day.
Yeah, man.
Is this decision the right decision? Should I yield to my child today, or should I allow them to do this thing?
Trust me.
Like last night, my wife and I were coming into Kingston from Manchester.
Right.
And my daughter was in the car seat crying out hell. She wanted to be in mommy's hand.
Of course.
In the front seat.
Oh my God.
I'm like, no way. No, listen, it pained my heart for hear her crying,
Of course.
And we're obviously trying to soothe her.
Yeah.
But that's a perfect example of
man.
It feels good in the moment, but it is not the right decision.
100%.
Because if you have an accident.
100%, bro. 100%.
You know how hard that is?
Oh God, man. I don't want to think about that.
So
yeah.
That's one of the things for me, and I'd encourage all young people to have to have kids. Early.
Do it.
Just do it.
Yeah, bro. I have an 8-month-old.
I know.
It's been 9 months.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now we're going through on paper, it's called the 8-month regression as it relates to sleep. So literally last night, Isaac was up at midnight. He's in his own room, but honestly, we were so tired
Well,
last
lucky
night.
you have them in their own. You have him in his own room.
Yeah, bro, we're trying. We're trying.
My two
we're
kids
really
still in my bed.
Still?
Shh. My wife said I'm not supposed to talk about that.
It's all right.
Yeah.
No one except the whole of Sky Lounge knows now. Yeah, bro, he was up, man, and he's just like, yo, it's same about to do it. Do I lose this one? And I lost that one tonight. But honestly, he seemed to smile at you, and he's like, oh, God.
That's the kryptonite, you know.
I love you so much, son.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, bro. Okay, cool. So we're about to wrap up. I'm curious, what can you share about... I have two questions for you. I'm going to end with EduFocal and I'm going to start with Jamaica. As you look at the landscape of Jamaica, what's your hope for Jamaica? I'd say for Jamaica's future, as it relates to business, as it relates to mindset, people, all of that. What's your hope for Jamaica and where do you see us going within the next 5 to 10 years?
It's a great question. So, I love Jamaica.
Jamaica.
I love my country.
Yes, sir.
I almost left Jamaica when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I almost moved to Canada.
Jeez.
Got accepted to Okanagan College in British Columbia.
Nice.
And I just couldn't be bothered to leave.
Okay.
Like, I hope a packing. I'm like, no, son, I can't bother with that, you know. So I'm going to stay.
Packing.
So I didn't stay because of patriotism or anything.
Packing.
No, man, seriously, I couldn't bother with that. Like, I hope to work. But I can't bother with that. So I just stay.
Gordon, who are you?
You know, so I stayed.
Okay.
And it is the best decision I have ever made for my personal and professional life. Honestly, I mean, some may say, oh, but how do you know? It's one of those things. I just know.
You just know.
I just know.
Mm-hmm.
And I've fallen in love with my country over and over, man. I cannot explain it to you. I love Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's not a PNP or JLP thing.
No.
I just love my country.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is a part of my calling to be here.
Let's go.
I believe that Jamaica is in an amazing place right now. I think we have a lot of things to fix. I mean, look at you. Bro, you have a restaurant in a swanky new building.
Yeah.
On Lady Musgrave Road. It is well equipped.
Yeah.
It's first world looking. It's amazing. And you've done that with your wife and your team at 31.
Yeah, bro. That's
not something that is unattainable for many. This is something that people can do if they set their hearts and their minds
100%.
to it. Right? And this didn't happen for you overnight.
Definitely not.
And this would have been harder 20 years ago, by the way.
You're so right.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
You might not have an appreciation for it, you know.
Mm-mm.
So we're seeing more and more young people establishing themselves as entrepreneurs.
Yes.
But also as young professionals.
Yes.
Ramon Small Ferguson, big of Ramon, runs Barita at 33 or 34.
Huge.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, man. Big up Ramon.
You know,
big up all the time.
I mean, and I could call many other names. Young people just killing it.
Killing it, bro.
In Jamaica.
Yeah, man.
You know,
they're making money.
Money. That made me feel good.
Yeah, man.
Even more than my own success, I like to see the success of others.
Wow.
Because for me, it means that the wall does not have to be tall.
No.
You can have a literally and figuratively, can have no wall and people not try to invade your space.
Yeah.
Because there is opportunity for all.
Yes, sir.
And that is why, for me, scarcity makes no sense. Whether real scarcity or artificial scarcity. Everybody, success is not a zero-sum game. We can all be successful.
Yes, sir.
I'll take it further. You leaving Jamaica is not a betrayal of Jamaica. Leaving Jamaica sometimes can mean positioning yourself to come back for even bigger opportunities in your own country.
Yes, sir.
Right? So, my wish for Jamaica, Timmy, is that all Jamaicans, especially young Jamaicans, can feel a great sense of pride around calling Jamaica's name in any space.
Yes.
And knowing that they can make opportunities in Jamaica that, you know, they don't feel resentful or unhappy. Right? They can make a life for themselves here, a life for themselves and their family, and just feel comfortable. You're not worrying that you're going to be killed. You're not worrying that, you know, you have to hide. that is my wish, right? That
yes, sir.
you can, they can realize, they can self-actualize here in Jamaica.
That,
and if
bro.
not, you can do your thing abroad and come back if you want. Or at the very least, invest in your country.
Yes, sir.
What was the other question?
So now the final question is, what can we expect from EduFocal as it relates to the future? What are you, as you're allowed to share,
man.
Of course. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah?
It's me sit up in my chair.
Of course.
I'm excited, brother. And I wouldn't be on this podcast if I didn't feel confident about the future of EduFocal.
Let's go.
Thank you to my shareholders for believing in me, for believing in the team, for believing in the vision. Yes, we've had some difficult times. Yes, we've had some struggles. But I feel confident that we will come out of this even better and bigger than before.
Let's go.
The vision is huge. And I believe that with God's support, genuinely, we will be okay. And everything will work out.
Yeah.
Right? So I'd say I'm feeling so optimistic.
Yeah, man.
Right? I feel such a great sense of conviction about what we're doing, our mission, and what we'll be able to achieve.
Let's go, bro.
So,
love that. We're excited, bro. We are excited. Well, I mean, what I would just say to you is, bro, I believe the best is still yet to come for you, your family, for EduFocal, for Jamaica.
Thank you.
I believe your best days are in front of you, not behind you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the work that you've done to this point.
Yeah.
The inspiration that you've been to this point as a businessman, as a leader, as a father and a husband, bro. Keep up the good work, bro.
And no, same with you, Timmy. I'm not saying it glibly. Like, I genuinely, I'm super, super proud of you and your wife and what you've both been able to accomplish with your team.
So much, bro.
This is not a small thing.
No.
I never let anybody tell you that it's a small thing. It's a big thing. And it was only possible with Christ, bro.
Yeah, bro. Only with Christ.
Serious. I take no credit for my own success.
No, sir.
Even when I wasn't a believer.
Really?
It was because others believed in me and God believed in me.
Bro,
and that is the power of Christ, and that is the power of belief,
100%.
Right? So for me, what you're doing is an inspiration to me, for me.
Thank you,
and
bro.
we get energy from each other.
100%.
So it works,
bro. 100%.
We get energy from each other. We build a movement, and you build that. That it's. I feed off your energy,
yes, sir.
and I hope that you can feed off my energy, and we can all build together.
Bro. 100%, bro. I feel like this is staging 1 of the Sky Lounge and Gordon Swaby podcast. I'm looking forward to another episode when we check back in a couple months or so.
No problem.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, man.
Bro.
Thank you for having me.
Amazing, bro. Enough love. Enough love, bro. Ladies and gents, Sky Lounge fam, make some noise once again for Mr. Gordon Swaby. I told you, this was one for the books, an amazing episode. Why not share this with a friend, someone that you know would benefit from a conversation like this? We're super excited for the future of Gordon, for the future of EduFocal, and there's so much that we could have pulled on, learned from this episode. As always, guys, thank you so much for joining us for this episode. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Until then, peace. Big up. We out.